Welcome back, Fitness Together family. It is time for yet another monthly mobility series. As always, we have Kyle, we have myself, Nick. We're going to work through 5 movements today, starting with our 90-90 internal and external rotation. So Kyle's going to get into that 90-90 position that we've already discussed a little bit here. And our focus here is we're going to get a 90 position with our first leg, with our back leg as well. Now, once we're already here, we've held this stretch in the past. We're going to go over a little bit more complexity. So what I want to do is I'm going to have my hands out to the side to anchor myself for this position. And now we're trying to pivot through this knee right here, bringing that back foot off the ground. This is going to be pretty tough, I'm not going to lie. Now, if we can't get our foot off the ground, that's okay. We're trying to at least create the link that makes this movement happen, okay? Even any raise off the floor is going to be quite nice. We're going to do this for 5 times on each side. Once we finish that internal rotation, now we're going to do external rotation. Kyle's going to anchor his ankle to the floor and raise his knee up as high as he can, trying to push that range of motion each time with a nice deep breath. He'll bring his knee back down to the floor. Like I said, 5 times for your 90-90 internal and external rotation. Okay? We're going to follow that up with our half kneeling Tspine rotation with a tilt. So we're in our half kneeling position, hands behind the head. We are going to be turning towards the raised knee, okay? So we're going to take a big breath in. Kyle's going to exhale and start to rotate towards his left. A second big breath in, continuing that rotation. We're breathing with the rotations, okay? Third piece, we're going to tilt downwards on that exhale. And then finally, return back up, one more big exhale, and get a little bit of extra stretch out of that movement. With each of these breaths, it's going to help us get a little bit more rotation through our spine here, right? So follow that pattern. Big inhale, turn. Big inhale, turn. Big inhale, tilt on that exhale. Big inhale, exhale, and rotate one final time. Good. All right, so we're going to continue with 3 movements. Now we're changing our position because we want to be right up against the wall to work on a couple of these. So the first thing we're going to be doing is a chest stretch with a head tilt. So Kyle's going to get up against a door frame, anything to that effect. We're going to get our arm out around 90 or so degrees. We're going to then pack our chin and we're going to start to look away from that raised arm, nice and slowly with a nice long exhale, pulling ourselves back to center and continuing to look away for a nice deep stretch. The best part about this is if we have any kind of tightness or stress in our shoulders, our traps, our neck, which is many of us, a stretch like this is going to be extremely helpful. I highly recommend taking time to hold that end position as you're looking away and let everything start to unbundle, right? Let some of those muscles start to relax and take a little bit of that stress off holding that position. 5 breaths on each side, and then we can do this on the other side as well, okay? Staying on this walled position, we're going to be doing our shoulder CARs. Now you're going to say, hey, wait a minute, we already did this. This is going to be a little bit different. Now when we do this normally in a standing position with free space, my arm has all this free range to move. So having ourselves up against the wall, it changes this movement a little bit. It's going to be a little bit more challenging, this, which is what we're looking for. So we're going right up against the wall. We're going to raise our arm up. We're going to hit a sticking point, turn our palm away, bringing that palm down to the waist, and we're going to pull our hand up, palm towards the ceiling, hit that next sticking point, rotate your hand, come all the way through, and back down. Now this one takes a little bit of time, so I would recommend going for maybe 3 on each side. And remember, we're trying to maintain tension on these shoulders this entire time. We're not looking at this from arm circles from gym class. By keeping that tension on the shoulder, we get a lot of great full range of motion, which is going to be super important in our day-to-day. Our third movement here is going to be a little bit simpler. It's going to be a standing calf stretch. So what I want to do for this one is not necessarily hold this for breath. We're going to do this for time. Let's talk about what the movement's going to be. So we're going to be right up against the wall. We're going to take a big step with our foot as high as we can up against the wall. Back leg is going to stay straight, and we're leaning into this position. Now, when we hold this for time, what I'd like to do is let's start off with maybe 45 seconds. And as we go through this, we just want to exhale and slowly lean further and further into this position to get us more stretch in that calf, okay? As we do this more often, you're more than welcome to go for a little bit longer, 60 seconds, 90 seconds, right? But all I'm looking for is as we're here, we're just getting further into this stretch over time, obviously taking time to do it on both sides, okay? So with all that, give it a shot. Let us know what you think. Have fun.